a poem about an old pool player who taught me a lot up at Gold, named Randy Glover. It's called Double It. The consolation of the body, is there nothing more sad than this sickness, its rebellion and betrayal? And my friend Randy, sitting with his face in his hands, at a back chair at the pool hall, smoking a cigarette and breathing heavy, a cup of black coffee on the counter. He was once a man who could run tables every night and empty the pocket of every sucker in the nation, driving from town to town, Arizona desert to backroom in New Jersey, where once he took Padilla for $5 grand. Now we see him after his heart murmured once too often, his wife dead last year of an aneurysm, his house taken by the bank. And what is a man who makes the balls roll, and the idea of 9 to 5 a kind of phantom do when the body can barely stand? There is a death in dying slow. It walks with us carrying a cue instead of a scythe. But when Randy lifts his head, he says, "Make the ball go home, buddy." Circling across the room at bald-headed Joe Armini. And everything, well, it isn't right again. But we know this earth can turn only one day at a time. You can't make it go any slower, but neither any faster either. The way Randy can make a ball speed and draw as if on a string. And what I've come to understand is there can be such a loveliness and a weightlessness to living, and also as well to dying. As Randy stands up and coughs into his hands, and Armini dogs the 9 and leaves it waiting for Randy in the side pocket, he says, "This isn't the end, buddy. It never is." And I remember one night, down 400, he turned to this road player from Rochester and said, "Double or nothing." You have to understand, Randy didn't have a dime left. If he lost, they'd have killed him, gunned him down right there on the parking lot pavement, cut him or beat him dead. Sometimes you have to move through life without fear, as if you are little more than a formless cloud against the sky. Randy ran the table 5 times. He counted the man's money and said, "Double it again." And the man did. And Randy won, and won again. There is a somewhere to keep returning to, a certain day more than good luck. An added step buoyed out the door, past the brush boy, out into the deserted street, an entirely new hour, and the planet spinning in its frantic elliptical, like a coin spun and called heads. Before you even began, you believed the call you made was correct. It's not as simple as saying you were fortunate. We surrender every day our heavenly recompense for our labor. Light your cigarette and breathe in the dark. It doesn't matter what you can afford. It doesn't matter what you can afford. It's all about, Randy taught me, it's all about what you're willing to bet.